Hey, bitch.
Shit, I'm a pimp, bitch.
Oh boy, I can do it. Rock it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Socially Unacceptable But Sober podcast. My name is Dino, I'm an alcoholic.
I'm Jonathan. I'm an alcoholic.
Matt alcoholic.
Hi, Matt.
And my name is Paul, and I'm alcoholic.
Paul!
Hi,
It's our special guest tonight, man. Paul. Good to have you here.
buddy.
Good to have you here, dude. I really appreciate you taking the time to
Settle down. Easy.
Yeah.
It's the truth.
It's a little
right? 'Cause
like
you're in
almost
New
going over
Haven,
the
right?
table.
Yeah, you're in New Haven. It's not an opposite. Hey,
What the
listen,
fuck?
dude,
Easy,
I
buddy.
can't go back.
It's the salty drink. It's the energy drink.
I thought you were usually introduced the host. I mean, the guest. You just went right to it.
Yeah, we just went right to it.
Right to it. I like that kind of
We're
game.
unorthodox here, dude. We're not your normal sober.
Fucking love it, dude. I'm all right. There.
Put one in his drink.
Did you do that last week, dude?
No, I found out what that was. So my dad's got skin tags that Ashley's been.
Dude, I don't want to know anything else, bro. I don't want to know nothing. Dude, last week I take a sip. What the fuck is this? It's like this dingleberry. Just fucking, I'm like, so these guys start laughing. I'm like, who the fuck put something in my drink?
Yeah. I didn't. I promise you, I did not.
Go ahead, give me the story, dude. I don't fucking care. It's skin tags. What's up?
He's joking. You fucking
Oh, okay.
No skin
I'll
tags.
drink the rest of it.
No.
So what's up?
Like, comment, share, subscribe.
Yeah, don't forget to like,
You're
subscribe.
all fucked up tonight.
No, I'm not. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share the show with people you know.
That's right.
Comments. Sobriety dates. Please let us know about your sobriety dates. We would love to celebrate with you because it is not yours, it is ours. Merchandise. Don't forget, we're coming with new merch soon. T-shirts, tank tops. We're not doing hats and cups and all that stuff. We're right now hoodies, shirts, tank tops. So don't forget, this summer's coming. Get your tank tops, get your T-shirts.
Hell yeah.
And if you need help, let us know. We got guys. So usually before I go into that, I go, what's up, guys? That's what I normally do. And we talk about our week and all that stuff. You don't remember?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
my week's been great. Been
That's
fantastic.
fucking great. Matt, what'd you do today? Tattoos?
Did you do some tattoo work?
Okay.
I'm trying to think what my week was like. My week is awesome.
When
It's
the
always
fuck
awesome.
did we ever do that?
We've done it. You're usually catching up by that point.
Anyway.
I'm usually talking to
Again,
Dino
so we're going to go
myself.
through the comments real quick because we actually got a couple new people, which is amazing. We got
Amazing.
sobriety
Oh,
dates.
now it's amazing?
It is amazing.
We got new people, which is amazing. Sobriety dates, which is amazing.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
I love the way the comments are happening.
Yes.
So as usual, Matt's gonna read the comments
Per usual.
and then after that, we're gonna go right into Paul and get to know Paul a little bit.
Right into it.
Okay, we got Georgianne. Miss Georgianne. LOL. Matt working on his swearing.
Yes.
Laugh my ass off.
That is hilarious.
Emotional maturity comes with time. I don't know if she's saying that for herself, for the people, or about me.
Probably you.
I'm gonna go with you.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
Might be me. Might be me. A little fucking.
A little sarcasm never hurt
She
nobody.
doesn't usually do me like that, though.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I say that. The highs aren't so high and the lows aren't so low. Great message. Glad I watched. Love you guys. And then this guy commented, thank you, Georgianne. Glad to see you back on the commenting train. Hope all is well. Don't forget to share the show with people you know.
Yeah.
He loves that bullshit.
And how to make it catchy.
And
Hell
then we,
yeah, dude.
we had a new watcher, Carrie Johnson.
What up, Carrie?
Carrie, she, I don't recall seeing comments from Carrie, so thank you for the comments.
Hell yeah.
The grocery store had me laughing. Thank you for the smiles. My sobriety date is 9/20/2018. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Hell yeah.
Another great movie recommendation, Wrath of Man.
Awesome.
Jason Statham, 2021. One of the biggest lessons learned is getting things out of my head so they don't grow legs, as you say. Wonderful reminder.
Wrath of Man is great.
That's great. It's a good movie.
Really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we got our boy Roy. Roy Bowers. I came out of the womb headed to a dark hole. I was born with the soul sickness, in my opinion.
That's a good one, boy.
Came out of the womb, headed towards a dark hole.
I blew right by that.
Yeah, right by that one.
Was it really dark?
Yeah.
I wasn't going to listen to my boy.
What hole are you coming out of,
Little
dude?
light
I mean, if it's
brown.
dark-
And it was
Coming out
darker
the
than
hole.
where you came from.
Yeah.
You did my boy Roy dirty.
No way.
I was letting that one go.
No. It's just socially unacceptable. Come on.
Alcohol at 13 deluded me to thinking it was the solution until I hit my bottom. Today, the 2-day solution is faith and belief in a higher power, the program of action, and my fellow spiritual beings. And then Roy double dipped.
Double dipping.
Double dip.
Double dippy.
I'm a little tardy, but the sobriety day thing, do we post it randomly or the month we celebrate it? And I love that Roy asked. So I said,
That dark hole.
I said, You don't even know Roy is shit on Roy. That's fucked up.
Roy's got cement hands.
Yeah.
And then I said, generally, it's the month we celebrate, Roy, but this is the biggest response to dates that we've ever had.
Yeah.
So as they say, beggars can't be choosers. We're super grateful that people are sharing their dates with us, so share away.
Well, I hung out with Roy this weekend.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a good time. We had a good time.
What'd you guys do?
We sat in the fucking mall, dude.
Oh,
And we
that
had-
Roy was
and we
there
had
too?
coffee. Yeah, we
Nice.
met up with 17 times the charm, Sean.
Yeah, Shawnee.
And then a couple of his friends showed up. Dude, it was funny because, newcomers, dude, they're like fucking full of piss and vinegar. They want to tell you everything and all about it. And they were going on and on. Me and Roy looking at each other. I'm like, dude, I'm fucking tired. These dudes wore me out, dude. Any energy I had
Is
today,
he back on track?
they took it all about it. Yeah.
Where is he staying?
He's right now. He's on Bishop Street at the Bishop House,
Yeah.
but he's heading to Torrington on the 17th.
Nice.
St. Patty's Day. So let's hope, man. See what happens.
I'll leave that.
God willing, man.
Yeah.
Now we got a new guy. I don't know, Quilla Dwyer.
Quill.
You guys are great. I just went through a breakup with my girl of 2 years and sometimes stayed clean. I never had more than 3 months and I'm still pushing.
Fuck yeah, Quill.
Partially thanks to you guys. Keep it up. 5/4/24 is my date.
Yeah.
Looking forward to your second year of episodes.
Keep killing it, Quill.
And then Jonathan replied, thank you, brother. One day at a time, my friend. And then I said, hey, man, thank you so much for sharing that with us. The more you talk about it, the more you get that poison out of your brain. Keep it up, man. We appreciate you.
Yeah, buddy. I made up one day at a time, so trademark me.
Oh, yeah. You did a good job there.
Yeah.
And then Jennifer, gently tapping the like.
Yes.
Thank
Yes,
you,
gently.
Jennifer. And then her sobriety date is 6/29/24. Awesome, Jen. Thanks for tuning in and congratulations on your sobriety date. We appreciate you. Jen again.
Double dipping, Jed?
Double dip
dip.
Jen.
Nice, bro.
So what's,
She gently
Yeah.
tapped the like again.
Yeah. Gently tap
hey
it
guys,
a million times.
your show has become part of my routine. I appreciate you all. And then this guy with a very in-depth response. We appreciate you.
That's it.
And then this guy, thank you so much, Jennifer. That means the world to us. Don't forget to share the show with people.
Did he double dip too?
Double dipping.
He just says the same shit. I said, Jen, thanks again. Your comments let us know someone is listening out there. And then we got Miss Crystal Walker.
Crystal.
Cristal.
First and foremost, thank you, Matt, for keeping me accountable. My sobriety date is 2/10/2019. Got to speak twice at the end of February. Matt, you completely changed my perspective when it comes to how I speak in a meeting. In my shares in my story, I say that I have never been a meeting goer. And even though I do 5 meetings a week now, it puts me on edge. Never considering what the newcomer would think. So I am changing my mindset to incorporate this perspective. Jonathan, I'm barely 5'1" and climb like Dino and Matt have to in the stores. The bottom shelf that is used as a step stool. Heck yes. And I would be more than happy to get stuff at the bottom shelves for tall folks like you, Jonathan.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Matt,
Help a brother
Dino,
out.
and Jonathan. The gents are always rocking it.
You're not even that tall, bro.
I'm not. I'm like 6 foot. But shout out to Crystal, because Crystal's doing a lot of backdoor work for us right now, like spreading the message and sharing shows. Okay. Behind the scenes work, spreading the message, and
You want to shit all over Roy, then you want to come up with something like that?
all right, scratch that. So shout out to Crystal. She's doing a lot of heavy lifting for us behind the scenes.
50-50.
And so if you're tuning in from like Argentina or Canada or UK, apparently we're getting viewers from.
Putting it everywhere.
Yeah, putting it everywhere, worldwide, baby, worldwide. We're gonna be touring next month.
So Arminio, with a big response. Crystal, thank you.
Who's Armenia?
And then we got a big one here.
Big one.
Big one.
Oh no, that was Crystal. Say it. Oh, here's our girl Alyssa. No essay this time.
Yeah.
Just the word sorry can get fucked.
Yeah.
I love to hear about how you guys get. Oh, this was a good one. I forgot about this. I'd love to hear about how you guys get comfortable with being vulnerable again, or trusting others enough to be vulnerable and really live that truth. That's some shit I am not good at. As always, thanks for the therapy.
That's a good one, Alyssa.
And then what the fuck did I put right there?
My girl, the hammer.
Stop. That's a good topic, man.
And then I said my girl. What are you doing?
I thought you lost your
I don't
place.
need no fucking help. I don't need no help.
I don't know. You looked like you did.
You always get it right, man. We know that.
That's
Always right.
I said my girl the hammer. That's a joke.
Yeah.
You're always bringing great ideas, and that's definitely topic worthy. We appreciate your continued support and always checking in.
I get vulnerable by holding it in and getting uncomfortable with not getting vulnerable. That's how I get vulnerable.
I don't even. It got to the point where
I don't even
listen. It got to the point where it just comes out automatically now. It doesn't like I don't even give it a chance to grow legs. But it's not even a thought that, hey man, I should hurry up and get this out of me. It just automatically comes out of me.
But that didn't start right off the rip.
No.
And that's what she's getting.
Right. And I'm not there yet. I hold it in sometimes till it gets too uncomfortable. Yeah. Like pee. You know?
Do.
So we got
Sometimes quickly, sometimes.
Yeah, whenever you're ready to share, share.
Yeah.
That's all.
What else we got?
We got one more from I don't know what to say there. So he's up there.
Magnum
PI.
Well, it doesn't say Magnum at all, but that's what we'll go with. My friend got me into your podcast. I've never commented before, but y'all have really helped remind me why I'm sober and that sober community works. Hitting 4 years sober March 13th.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, dude, 2 days.
You don't clap yet.
When this comes out, though,
He'll be.
He will already. God willing. he will.
congratulations,
willing.
brother.
So my late dad told his sponsee, who told me, is that sober behavior, and that keeps me in check when I'm reacting out of turn. My dad taught me a lot about and the recovery rooms I've been in and out of for over 10 years. I am so grateful today to be able to sit with myself in silence and love myself when I feel like I'm falling apart. Thank you for your conversations that you bring. And I said, that's awesome, man. We really appreciate you commenting, and congratulations on that 4 years.
Yeah, baby.
I commented yesterday, and I put in 3 days.
Yeah,
God willing. And
Got to get there first.
Yeah.
Commented, bro, that's awesome. Keep moving forward, and congratulations.
You ever hear those people like in 3 months I'll have a year? I'm like, what? Yeah, 3 months. Like, I could burn it all down 3 times in 3 months.
Shut that shit down.
Jesus Christ.
I
That's
want
it?
to say thank you. That's a lot.
that is
That's the
a
most-
lot.
Listen,
That is a lot.
We've been doing this now for 13,
year and change.
going on 13, almost 14 months. That's the most comments we've ever gotten in one show ever, and the most sobriety dates. I think if you took all the shows for the year, we got more dates in this one thing that we did the whole year. So thank you everybody for I would normally talk some shit here, but I'll say we're grateful. We appreciate you doing that. Thank you.
Yeah.
You can still talk shit.
Yeah, I didn't talk
It's
shit.
about fucking time.
Yeah, thank you.
Whatever.
We called
Guys.
out to the crew and it worked.
Yeah. Again, don't forget to like, gently tap that like button, subscribe, share the show with people you know, hit that notification bell so you could see our shorts when they pop up. when we
Oh, that's
see
another thing.
new episodes.
I wasn't going to do this privately, but I'm going to do it on the show.
Okay.
What the fuck is going on with the shorts? I ain't never in none.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? I watched
This
fucking
is
6
you.
of your shorts.
900 fucking and then this motherfucker.
Oh, you want to know why?
AI doesn't like
AI
you.
doesn't like you, dude.
Yeah. You're not camera friendly.
They're coming after you.
Yeah. You really.
They're building those robots.
Yeah.
Show them the picture. But done. 15-minute tattoos,
Yeah.
dude.
You get a circle,
Out the door.
square, or a rectangle right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, guys, we really appreciate it. Congratulations to all the celebrants. The Magnum guy, fantastic, man,
yeah.
for sure. If you need help, let us know. Comments, share it, like it, subscribe it, all that stuff. Merchandise, let us know. Tonight we have a special guest, our boy Paul. Paul's going to tell us a little about his experience, strength, and hope, and then we're going to continue with the segments of the show. You know, the motivational part, the movies to watch.
Terrible ideas.
These bad ideas that this guy comes up with. You ever heard of it? Anyway, you'll see.
You never watched that shit.
But
I watched it one time.
One time, fuck you.
One time.
but
Hey, I'm
no
being honest.
support.
It's
but
on
was
the
it one
program.
of the newer ones this year?
I'm definitely gonna watch this
He has
one.
no idea.
Yeah.
He has no idea.
You know, when
It
you
was
first came
forever
out with
ago.
the show,
Yeah.
you gave us. I got it on my YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm on this program,
Yeah.
Are you subscribed?
so I subscribed. But I got it. I can go check out.
That's suspect.
It's
He
a
might not
suspect?
even- Yeah.
Anyway, we're about to find out
Lot of hate
something
coming
about
from
Paul,
this
which
side.
I really
He's always,
appreciate.
he always
man.
talks to me.
Because he's
that
my
way.
boy. He should be up on this shit. He don't watch.
All right. Well, again, we appreciate you coming and taking the time, man. So give
Thank
us a
you,
little
man.
bit. Tell us a little bit about yourself, brother.
Well, my name is Paul, and I grew up in New Haven, Connecticut.
Gun wave in New Haven.
Yeah, gun wave in New Haven. We were the only. My family immigrated from former Yugoslavia. My mom and dad, and they moved. They moved to Connecticut, and we ended up on Davenport Avenue in the hill section of New Haven. And as a child, I had both parents in the house. My father was a drinker.
Stop beating the fucking tail.
You know,
Paul, I'm gonna cut you off right there. I thought you were Spanish.
yeah,
Yugoslavia, huh?
yeah.
Wow.
My father was Bosnian Croatian, and my mother was Macedonian.
Wow. All right.
No Spanish at all, huh?
No,
None at all. Damn.
my kids, my daughters are half Spanish, but that's
All right.
another story.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we grew up in the hill section on Davenport Avenue. I didn't have like a bad child. Wasn't beaten as a kid or nothing like that. I had both parents. They sent me to parochial school. Fairly decent childhood. I didn't always get what I wanted. I always had what I needed. I had a middle brother. His name was Elvis. We played sports together. And I had another older brother. He's still here. My brother Gino. So it was three of us. Yeah, three boys. So like I said, as a kid, it was like regular shit. You know what I mean? But as a kid also, I was like a bully magnet. I used to have long hair. And I used to go outside. I played with my marbles. They'd beat me up, steal my marbles, my bike.
These bastards.
They did a lot of shit to me. You know what I mean? So my father got tired of it, so he sent me out there. And then he was like, you got to handle it the way you need to handle it, you know? And you're not coming back in here, basically, unless you handle it like a man. He taught me how to fight. But from that point on, it was like, he never told me how to turn it off. And, I remember other things, like as a kid, I used to sip the beers. I even got a picture with me with a big can of Budweiser with remember the old pajamas with the shoes on the bottom built in? Yeah, so, nice. I mean, I didn't know, as a kid, like I said, I didn't have, I just was part of the neighborhood.
Right.
So we didn't have family over here, so the neighborhood became our family.
Yeah.
So basically, around 1985, my mom got a job at Pratt. And so now we got both parents working. And so I kind of learned how to manipulate my mom. So I was going to Catholic school. I went to Sacred Heart. And I was starting to get in a little trouble. I started journeying off a little bit, trying to be a part of the in crowd. And my middle brother, he used to always protect me from that shit. He used to always get me away from it. But I always try to follow along. And I was basically wanting to be a part of it because we had no family. So as time went along, my mom, I was able to manipulate her to say, hey, public school's free.
Yeah.
Send me to public school. And, you know, I'm getting kicked out of Catholic school basically anyway.
Yeah.
But they didn't want to let me go because in Catholic school, they make you stay in class.
Right.
Public school, they just send you home. They don't give a fuck.
Right.
So I convinced my mom and went to public school, and that's when it kind of took off for me. Around that time, I started drinking Cisco.
Ooh,
They used to call it
Great.
liquid crack.
liquid crack.
It didn't matter. It was berry or whatever.
Yeah, I like the grape.
And,
Cisco?
Oh God, dude,
oh, yeah.
He was out on the front riding horses.
they're still around.
They still make them.
Oh.
So I remember on Fox News one night, they were talking about Cisco, calling it liquid crack.
Yeah.
And my mom had a heavy accent. She was like, baby, you're not drinking crack, are you? I'm like, nah, Mom, I'm not drinking. But unbeknownst to her, I was drinking crack like a motherfucker. And the neighborhood started getting a little bad, you know. A lot of people called it here. We were more like I wouldn't say a gang. It was like more of us that we grew up together. We was just doing our thing.
Crew.
And a few dudes was hustling. And I never had to sell drugs in my life when my parents took care of me, but I gravitated towards it. And so we started, you know, getting into fights. Shit started getting out of hand. Fights started turning into little gunplay. And I used to go to school. I used to go to a middle school called Roberto Clemente. I'm a great drug dealer, too. Just want to let you guys know.
But you never sold them.
Oh, I got my hands on them. I'm great, though. I'm great at it. I'm going to tell you how great I am.
How great. I got to hear it.
So I remember I had my first package, and I went to school, and I showed everybody. I had about 50 bags of marijuana.
Nice.
Hey, look what I got.
Hell yeah.
And by lunchtime, I was in cuffs, and they walked me out. So
Damn it.
that started my little criminal career. My dad said keep him. My mom said let me get my son out. That's my baby, because my mom would always get me out.
Oh yeah.
You got to know that. Come on. You can't let your baby in jail.
So what happened was things took off. Fights were no longer fights. We started losing people. First person I lost was a friend of mine. His name was George. He accidentally shot himself. And we thought he shot himself in the leg, but when we went to the hospital, he shot himself in the head. I walked right by the emergency room. He was in the room. The lady was like, no, he's in there. And I'm like, oh, wow. So he had the things over his eyes. His eyes were in different directions. And a couple months later, my protector, my brother, came home from baseball practice. He had his uniform on. We're playing basketball, and a car pulled up. And my brother got murdered. And that's where it kind of took off another level for me. I was full of fear. And I just, you know, people were making excuses for me, man. And I was just running with them. You know, I didn't mourn or whatever. And, you know, I was drinking. I was drugging. I was just doing anything, man. I just wanted to be numb. You know, I took all the weight for the situation. I blame myself. You know, it was sad because my mom seen it happen, and she was sitting right on the porch. And the last conversation me and had, y'all remember, we used to call them base headed juices, the quarter waters.
Oh yeah.
So me and him, my mom gave us $2 so we can get 2 base head juices and 2 bags of chips.
Bakes like chips.
And we went to the corner.
Love them shits, man.
I bought it.
Oh yeah.
And we went to the corner store. We grabbed the basketball because we had a basketball rim. And my brother could play sports. My brother was an athlete. He played baseball. He played football. And basketball. Basketball was his thing too. He could shoot. And the last thing he told me was like, yo, man, I'm schooling you. And the shots went off. And I got out of there. I came out. He was laying on his face. And that's the last thing I remember. And nothing changed. So if nothing changed, you know, I continued on. You know, like I said, people are making excuses for me, so it is what it is. And I keep getting arrested. I keep doing this. And convinced my mom one day, hey, this is what I'm going to be. And she was just like, you know, she never kicked me out the house.
Right.
You know what I mean? But she was like, don't bring that shit in the house.
Yeah.
And there it goes, you know. And then I did my first prison bid in NYI. My mom convinced me, hey, change your life. I knew what to tell her. Yeah, Ma, this is what I'm going to do. I try to stay out of trouble, But NY was like, gladiator school at the time. And when I was in there, I'm like, there was dudes in there that was straight suckers trying to play me. Like, I know these guys from the street, but they're talking to me crazy. And nothing changed. And I was getting high in there. I was manipulating my mom, and she was buying me commissary shit, but I'm a great drug dealer, but my mom's still taking care of me. And nothing changed. And when I got out of there, I lasted 4 months straight. Went back to the same street, to the same shit. Nothing changed, man. And I witnessed a lot of bullshit, I used to curse God out in the alleyway when I'd be in there. And I remember, I never did cocaine, but I remember one night, I was in the alleyway, I had a 500 pack of crack, and I'm looking at the 500 pack. I'm like, yeah. And the only thing that stopped me at the time was, hey, they're going to call you a basehead. But if I would have thought about that, I probably would have smoked it. And but I've done pills. I've done my two things was booze. And when I drink the booze, and I used to smoke PCP, and that's what I like to do. And I'll pop a few pills here and there. But I did it on a daily basis. And over time, man, nothing changed, man. And then I ended up with a 20-year sentence. In 2000, I took a drug charge to trial, my best thinking. They offered me 8 suspended after 5. I said no, went to trial. I was guilty as shit. And they gave me the max. And I remember like it was yesterday. My mom was in the courtroom. She's screaming and crying. The judge is just going, I can't even remember what he was saying. He was just basically telling me I was a piece of shit. I had a child on the way. And I remember going down into that bullpen, and I'm like,
Yeah.
this shit ain't right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm good, right? He locked. I mean, I'm trying to figure it out. He gave me 20 years, 5 of it mandatory. I'll do about 2, maybe get an appeal, or I get a sentence modification. Blah blah blah. What? That's the insanity of this. And I remember, I remember going to McDougal. I had a 20-year sentence.
Isn't it funny though? You caught 20, and you worked it out in your head to make it all right.
Absolutely.
But when we're new, especially newly sober, we can't make things all right to stay sober.
No.
We can't look for the upside of the thing to push through and maintain. But we'll maintain all day long on the negative side.
Oh, absolutely.
That's all we know.
Right.
That's all we know.
We're gonna figure it out, And I still have bounce in my step. I was I went into the rooms or whatever. I didn't go with the intentions of getting sober.
Right.
I went in with all the real intentions.
Yeah.
So it's like, I remember I was just sitting there, man. I'm like, yo, time to take responsibility. And it didn't happen overnight. I remember being locked up. I graduated all the programs or whatever, right? I'm making the coffee. I'm running the meeting, right? And then I decide, I got a locker full of commissary. My mom takes care of me. And a buddy of mine was in the cell, and I said, let me steal this sugar from the meat. So I look around, swipe the shit, fold it up, tuck it in. And the story of my life is every time I'm breaking the law, I always run into that one fucking cop that wants to do his job.
Yeah.
It's 6 of us walking back.
Yeah.
So the most asshole CO, his name was Perry. He was a fucking asshole. Comes out, and who does he grab? Grabs me. Pulls the sugar out, takes my ID. He goes back to the counselor. He said, this is what you showing these guys in here? So the next day they call me in there, and he said, now they think we're a bunch of drunken sugar thieves. The counselor's talking to me. So he said, now we're gonna get this right. He said, so for the next month during the meetings, you're gonna introduce yourself as Sweetness.
Yeah.
So you already know I'm in the prison meeting introducing myself as Sweetness. And there's some guys in the back.
They want to hear that.
They want to hear something sweet.
Yeah.
Sweetness.
And so that's how it started. I'm always been hard-headed. You know what I mean? I gotta find out. And there's another story, right? I'm cheating on a carpentry test. So I got all the answers. So, you know, for me, my story of my life, when I'm doing some fucked up shit, I'm always gonna get caught. So the teacher walks by. Everybody's got the answers on a little ass piece of paper. I got this big ass shot.
They got a poster.
Right? So I
I'm able to read it good.
Poster on an
So I don't see the motherfucker coming from the other room. He went around out the classroom and came around. So I'm looking at the shit. He says, "Give me that." Calls me in the office, you know, and he's drilling me a new one. And he's like, "I know somebody out there gave you them answers, blah, blah, blah." So I'm just sitting there embarrassed. And he didn't kick me out the class. You know what I mean? That was, you know, my higher power doing for me what I could do for myself. And I ended up graduating from there. But, you know, and what was crazy was, I don't know if you guys ever experienced this, but I started getting anxiety and panic attacks after being sober for a while.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something, man. For about 5 years, I was probably getting 10 minutes of sleep in a night. It was bad. It was physically crippling me.
Yeah.
I went from playing basketball every day, working out every day, to barely walking up the hallway. And people finally, you know, a lot of people backed off. And I'm sober, you know, the whole time I'm in prison. Like, you know, I've done skid bids. I've done a couple years. I got high the whole time. You would think after getting 20 years, I would be getting fucked up because it's in there. We all know it's in there.
Yeah.
And it just was the behaviors. I still had the behaviors. And then when I started getting them anxiety attacks, it kind of like made me see things differently. You know, I didn't judge people that were going through that shit because I thought that shit was some sucker shit. And it wasn't, because I know it's real. I did it without medication. I don't suggest people to do that. It was rough for me.
Yeah.
You know, I'd be in meetings and my hand be shaking and I'm just holding on to the chair, can't breathe. It feels like they keep sending me to medical. They're trying to give me Advil. You know, in prison, Advil's the miracle cure.
I remember that.
Motrin.
The fuck's this go fix the flu?
Like, let's get some Motrin in them. And they're doing
Tussing on it.
They're like, it's in your head. They're sending me all different places, doing all types of blood work. And but yeah, man. So for me, when I left McDougal, I went to Carl Robinson. They had this this thing called the Time Program, and that's where it took me to another level. It showed me some skill sets. And I remember I was sitting in the kitchen building and the dude was like, "Yo, man, don't fall over there, man. Them dudes is rats over there." And I sat there for a minute and I'm looking at this building and I'm like, I ain't going home to be in the streets anyway. I don't give a fuck if they're rats over there.
Right.
And I went over there and it taught me some life skills. It showed me how to draw the line. I went over there just to go over there and get the program. But I ended up staying. I ended up becoming a peer mentor over there. I ended up working with a lot of other people trying to stay sober. And I remember going to the rec yard. You know, dudes were talking shit behind my back. Like, yo, they done changed him. He's the police, whatever. And one close friend of mine came up to me and said, "Yo, man, you hold the people accountable in there?" I was like, "Yep." I said, "Do you love me?" And he was like, "Yeah." I said, "But do you really?" So I said, "If you really love me, you shouldn't care about it. You should just be happy I changed with life."
Right.
And, you know, I met a lot of good people in there. And it showed me how to draw boundaries, man. Like, I didn't want to be a part of that shit no more. I'd go out in the rec yard and it kind of like pushed me away from dudes because I see the dudes over there piled up in the corner. I know what they're about. And they didn't want to be around me anyway. So that's what's cool with me. And ended up getting released in 2009, 2010 to a halfway house. And that was like fucking crazy, bro. I mean, I went in the halfway house. They're smoking crack in the halfway house. They're smoking weed. Yo, they busted a dude in
Talk
there.
about parole.
Huh?
Talk about parole.
Oh, the parole. Oh, yeah. So I skipped over that part. My fault. So
I know his story better than that.
if you heard it a million times. So, you know, around that time it was that Cheshire incident stuff. So I wasn't going to parole like that. And so after losing all my pills and stuff like that, I just let it go where God's going to take it. And so one day they put a piece of paper on my bed and said, "Hey, you're going to parole." I'm like, oh, shit. You know, after all these years, finally, right? So you usually don't go on the date they give you. And next thing I know, I'm filling out my package. So, make a long story short, they call me up for parole. The night before I go to parole, I'm up all night crying, praying and crying. I'm like, yo, please don't let them judge me. All I got is a record. You know, I've done the work since I've been locked up. I said, please don't let them judge me on who I used to be. Let them judge me on who I am today. So when I got in there, I'm fucking crying. My mom and dad and them, they're on video. And the guy's looking at me. Before I can get like 2 words out, the guy stopped me. He's like, oh. He said, before you say anything, we're looking at your paperwork, trying to figure out how the hell did you get 20 years for this shit? He didn't say shit, but basically, I said, man, I've been trying to figure that out for the last 10 years. And so they see that I did the work. They saw I did the work, and they gave me parole.
That was during the Cheshire thing?
Right at its 50%.
Right at my 50%.
No one gets it at their 50%.
Especially that time.
Right.
At that time.
They
Absolutely.
took my date for that.
Yeah.
So they sent me back. What was crazy is shit is moving fast. And this counselor dude, he ended up being my first parole officer when I got out, which was crazy. So he says, come on, Paul, I'm going to do your paperwork. So he does the paperwork. Like maybe 2 weeks go by, 2.5 weeks, whatever. A buddy of mine named Tyrese, we lost Tyrese a few years back due to this, due to the alcoholism. And he was a good guy, you know, real close to him. He just couldn't stay sober. And he's like, yo, let's go to church, man. That's how he talked. So we go to church. The pastor says, I'm not a holy roller. I'm not a Bible thumper, not like that. The pastor says, hey, anybody need prayer? I went up there, and he said a little prayer for me that Friday. They called me to the main building to take a urine, and I was going to a halfway house on that Monday.
Wow.
And it was crazy, man. I remember driving down in that fucking van. They had me shackled down. They don't take you to halfway house shackled down. They had me fucking like Jeffrey Dahmer. I had the fucking box. I had the fucking thing. So when they walked me in the halfway house, the fucking guy was like, yo, who the fuck is this guy?
They walked you in the halfway house shackled up?
Shackled down, right? They're like, yo, who the fuck is this guy? I'm like, they had a rookie guy take me, you know what I mean? He's like, yo, why you got him? I'm supposed to go with nothing. It was like, yo, we were scared. They was like, we thought you fucking ate people or some shit, you know?
You should have told me you did.
And
They're like, just don't look at him in the eyes.
yeah, so, and then, you know, that's where, and like I said, I went in there, man, dudes were in there fucking up, bro.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, and it was like, I was scared as shit.
Yeah.
You know, I got the job down there. You know, you got to clean the stairs, whatever they told me to do. And the guys that were bringing the meetings in, man, they were, let's say they were just, I don't know. I didn't feel their stories. You know what I mean? They were trying to be like extra militant with the bullshit and all that other shit. I didn't need to hear that shit. You know, I think they were getting paid to come in, to be honest with you. But I did what I had to do. I took the worst job. They had this place called Milford Barrel. They sent all the inmates there. I was getting hit in the head with fucking barrels and getting split open. And I did what I had to do to get to where I needed to go. And I came home. I was working for $7.75 an hour. They raised minimum wage. I was getting paid $8.25 an hour back in 2010. And I did what I had to do to get where I needed to go. And things got better. You know, it showed me I got numerous jobs little by little. I had my daughters back in my life. I was paying rent at home. I remember my dad was bringing me to meetings. He would be drunk. And then he brought me to a meeting one time. He was like, hey, Paulie, what do you go there for? And I go, you know, I got to go to a meeting. He said, that's for bums. I said, well, your son's a bum, Dad. He goes, okay, I'm back to pick you.
That's what my father said to me when I invited him to the pig roast. He goes, I don't want to hang out with a bunch of junkies. It's like, dude, we're literally in your basement every week. So,
Absolutely. And my
he ended up coming.
My father's claim to fame was my father got a drive one time. He had a sponsor. So when he went back out drinking again, right, his sponsor met him at the bar. So that's why. So, but he understood, like, Me and him bumped heads a lot when I came home because he didn't have to take care of me. I wasn't, I was responsible.
No more codependency.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's a.
My mom was happy, and then they got real sick. And I got to be there for them like they were there for me. I remember my mom was in a wheelchair, and it was rough, bro. I was like financially fucked up, but I was still working. I was doing it. Life was on life terms, and I was taking care of my mom. I had to clean my mom up. I didn't do it because I'm some hero. I did it because
That's your mom's.
and they both got sick at the same time, and my mom ended up in a nursing home, and then my dad ended up. My mom passed, and then my dad ended up in. He almost made it home. He was a tough son of a bitch. His main artery in his stomach busted. He still got to the hospital, and so he almost made it home. And then both times I had to make the decision to pull the plug on my mom and my dad because my brother couldn't do it and my dad couldn't do it, and there was a lot of guilt behind that.
Yeah.
And but I always remember what my mom told me, and don't leave me in a nursing home. And but that was the gift. That was my part of giving back. Today, life is good. I'm a foreigner for the city of New Haven. I got 2 beautiful dogs. Relationship wise, it is what it is. It's up and down. It's around the corner, but I keep showing up. I have nothing to complain about. But there was a lot of guys that helped me along the way. I remember a few, I remember I was fucked up one time and I didn't say nothing, and I came up here and Matty was like, "Yo, here." I'm like, "What you doing?" He says, "I know, just don't say nothing. Just take it." I never forget stuff like that. And then, there was Jack. Jack was, a real important factor in my life. He showed me everything I wanted to do with my father, I did with Jack. Jack was a diesel truck mechanic. My father was a diesel truck mechanic. So my father never showed me how to work on cars. Jack did the best he could. Like, he would actually let me get in there, and he would talk sobriety with me the whole time. He would show me. He was great. And he was one of the guys bringing the message into the prison. And, when Jack passed, it was rough. But, you keep moving on. And I don't know. That's all I got, basically. I'm grateful that you guys wanted me to be here. And thank you.
I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you, brother.
What's your sobriety date?
June 30th, 2000.
Wow. It's amazing. I was just getting started then.
Were you born yet? Oh yeah, you were born.
Fuck you. Not that young. Jesus Christ.
Dude, that's a major experience, strength, and hope. You know how it says in our literature that our experience can benefit others. I've been talking to a few cats this week that are always on the yeah, but then they're gonna do this and then they're gonna do that, and I say, bro, you gotta do whatever you gotta do. You gotta get through these hoops. Life's coming, man. We're out there burning shit to the ground, and then we come in here and we expect everything to start to go our way, and that's just not the case, man. This is not gonna just go away, and the consequences of our actions follow us constantly. And in your story, you were talking about how, I just started doing what I needed to do. I just started doing that. I just started doing this, and my message to these cats this week was, eventually, this will all be behind you. You won't have to talk to no judge no more.
Yeah.
You won't have to do it. All this stuff is gonna go away, man. But there's that crucial moment in our sobriety that it's that fork in the road. Do I go hang out with the rats, or do I go hang out in the rec playing ball with these cats? You know what I mean? And so it's always these choices that we make bring us to another choice, and we just keep making. Next thing you know, we're so far away from making a good decision, and then we're back saying, the judge smoked my booze, and it's like, man, when are you gonna stop doing that shit? So that I got that out of your story is, no matter what, I'm gonna keep doing it in prison or not. I'm gonna keep doing what I gotta do. And I remember having to come to that fork in the road saying, I gotta fucking grow the fuck up, man. Like this shit's gotta stop. I can't keep doing this no more. I was in Stanford, and it was like either start living the way I was living in Waterbury here in Stanford, or start working on my life so I can get the fuck out of here. I don't have to worry about nothing. As long as I keep going this track, I'm gonna get what these guys have. You know what I mean? And that's the message that I've been like all week long. It's been like, yeah, bro, like you just got sober 3 months ago and you came in with all these court dates. What makes you think life is gonna be fucking a bowl of cherries right now?
Yeah, they're just gonna disappear.
But if you look at it the right way, it is a bowl of cherries right now.
Yeah.
You ain't locked up, bro. You ain't dead. You ain't in the rehab. You're
Not dope
free
sick.
right now, bro. Yeah, you got some shit to put up with, but you did that shit. You know what I mean? That was an amazing story.
Yeah, that was really heavy, Paul. I really appreciate you sharing all that. And I, one of the guys came up to me, one of the people I work with at another facility came up to me, and Dino had shared a story. He showed up at court for one of the dudes. And he listened, this guy was listening to the podcast, and he's like, dude, I could remember that feeling of being in the courthouse and like judge, and all the whole horse and pony show that comes with it. And he's like, dude, that brought me right back. And he's like, and I'm grateful that we got people like Paul, you, to share their stories and keep it fresh, man.
Those shackles come around that corner, dude, I literally got goosebumps. I was like, oh man, thank you so much. And then seeing their face, and like I said last week, there's always that one dude who's like, hey, walking out. I'm loving life in here. You're a fucking idiot, dude. You'll be back. But then those other guys just like, oh, yeah, man. Like, oh, continuance. Like the fuck you even bring me here for a continuance? That's what it is, man. But yeah, bro, I don't forget none of that shit, man. But appreciate it, bro. That's a big no matter what story, bro. That's all I got out of it. It's like, bro, no matter what, this dude just kept going and going and going, and look at you now, bro. You know what I mean? So, who you got, Matt?
Matt's disconnected.
Matt's like, I got nothing. I've heard this fucking story a million.
He's like, he told it wrong.
There was about 18 tests on the side. But we go, I mean, we came from the same place.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's different for me to hear it. He's so integrated into my life. It's not like the brother I never had. And, the ability to be able to have someone like that in my life. And it only happened because we both said something's got to change. I think that was the best part of your story was when you said to your boy, do you love me? Because if you love me, then it don't fucking matter.
Yes, yeah.
And I talked to other people over the years when I was saying, I said, you're going to have people, when you make this decision, there's going to be people that will support you, but there's going to be the ones that fucking shit on you. And then most of the time, they're the closest ones to you.
Yeah.
And then you double that right into what you said about how my family didn't know how to take me sober. When I showed up at home, they only knew the old me. And the old me was guaranteed gonna fuck up within 1 day to 90 days. Guaranteed I'm gonna go back.
Absolutely.
And, I started presenting myself as a different person. And at the end of the day, man, I think that everybody that initially gets into this thing, hey, we get into it because we want the pain and the suffering to stop. We want the better life. But man, it's a son bitch when you tell me all the work I got to do to get it. But here's the thing, though. If you go into it with that negative thought, then it is hard.
It's hard.
This shit ain't been hard for me, bro.
Nah.
These 18 years that I have been so amazingly blessed with. Smooth like butter.
Oh, yeah.
There have been moments. Yeah, there's been some horrible moments. People go. Relationships end. People in and out of your life. All those things are very real. But at the end of the day, I showed up here saying, I want to learn how to live the life that you tell me is available to me.
Right.
So that's what I showed up for. all the other stuff that I got along with that was gravy. All gravy. But it always will boil down to, am I going to be, it was that old saying, don't talk about it, be about it.
Be about it.
Well, you know what, man? When you're a straight sucker, you can't be about it. And I was a sucker for years, man. I was a sucker. And I would say all the right things. I would pretend to even do them for a little while. And then next thing you know, man, it's just going to get burned out again.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. I mean, I was talking to a guy yesterday talking about, I don't know what's going to happen when my grandmother dies. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't know what's going to happen? Like,
So what?
you know what I mean? Like, I don't, like, that's going to be a big one. And I'm like, but that's exactly, like, you're going negative already. Like, are you setting yourself up here?
you already have yourself going off.
Are you trying to make it to where I'm going to be okay when you relapse? Because you're already telling me to, like, dude, you know what I mean?
Right.
Death's coming, bro. Your grandmother's 80 and change, dude. This is inevitable, bro. You know what I mean? You know, I had a lot of loss in the beginning of my recovery. My mom passed too. I was able to make an amends with her though, and we had a great relationship for the last 6 months of her life, man. Amazing. Best we've ever had, even before I started drinking and drugging. Then shortly after that, I think 7 months later, my brother overdoses, and I had to pull the plug on him. But man, dude, I stayed on the phone. I stayed going to meetings. I stayed talking to HP all day long.
Absolutely.
Because I used to be the dude that said, man, what's going to happen to me when my parents go? Who's going to take care of me? My mother was my cushion too, man. My father would be like, let him rot. My mom like, no, John, you got to go there and get him out. I know but he's going to be I'm like, fuck. My mom was my cushion. But I realized that I can't keep relying on all that. Like, I got to grow up, man. I got to grow up here and start taking care of myself, man. You know, I do owe a lot to the thorough ass whooping that I got out there. I really needed a good, thorough ass whooping out there. I had to get it, because if I didn't get that ass whooping and just kept getting cushions and small consequences and all that, I'd still be out, or I'd probably be dead by now. You know what I mean? So death is inevitable, you know what I mean? And we get to be there for the people in our lives now, like they took care of us our whole lives. You know what I mean? Wiping our ass, feeding us, going to work, paying our shit, and then bailing us out, all that shit, making sure we have food. And same, just like you guys. When I finally showed my face after 2 years of not seeing my parents, they could see something was different. They didn't really know. They were like, oh, my mom's like, damn, you look good, man. Like, you complexion and everything. But still, they were like, do you need? And I'm like, no. Inside, I was like, yes, I do. I'm like starving out here. I still don't have a job. Yeah, I'm sober, but I'm hurting, you know. And but it was nice to be able to say no to those things, and I didn't really need them. I really didn't need them. It was time for my parents to have a little peace in their life, you know. Oh, what a beautiful thing we have here, bro. What a beautiful thing we have, you know. And I look at John, man, and, you know, he's got his dad here. You know what I mean? He's giving back, bro.
Yeah,
beautiful.
No, just real quick, too, like, 2 things just real quick. Like, with my dad, me and my mom were tight, but I wasn't there when my mom passed. I just left the room. And with my dad, I just got hired at a landscaping company. Some said, yo, get to the hospital. I knew he was going. And the lady goes, he's been asking for you all day. And I was able to be with him when he took his last breath. He didn't want to go.
Of course not.
I said, you ready? He said no. And the feeling I got from that was undescribable. You know, it was like, I felt, you know, I know there's something bigger than me. And I remember one day, and on another side, I remember one day, it was like about 90 degrees outside. I'm running a walk behind mower. And I don't know. I just started thinking about my mom, and it was heavy. My mom used to sing this song, Blow, Wind, Blow. It's like, it goes like, do ni viete. She would sing it when she was in the hospital. Like, you know, for the wind to blow gently. And I just said, hey, you know, I said, Ma, if you're there, let me know. And there was no breeze, and something went right in my chest. I started crying. I called Jack. Jack was like, "Hey, she's letting you know she's okay."
It's beautiful.
And
No.
yeah, man, and I see it every day on the green in New Haven. I see guys get out, and I remember one of my buddies got out, and I showed him. He asked me where to go. I showed him where to go look for work. I showed him how to get. I told him a few things. He said, "Yeah, I can do it next week." Next week never came.
Tomorrow. It never comes.
You got to hit the ground running, man. You got to be ready. And thank God for these guys that are in my circle, because when stuff starts to happen, they reach out to you, man. They don't let you isolate.
Right.
These guys came down to New Haven, my mom's funeral, my father's funeral, calling, "Hey, man, you all right?" Making sure I'm good, So,
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta make a network. You gotta have a network, a strong network. No,
Yeah.
no bullshit.
Yeah, no loosey-goosey shit.
Bro, when my mom passed and she had her service, I turned around and I seen my network. There was more network and people from.
Where was I? Why wasn't I there?
I don't remember.
I wasn't. There's no way that I was around that I would not be there.
You might have been on a vacation, maybe something like that. But it was just overwhelming. And when my brother passed, my brother was an in and out guy too, just like me. And when he passed, I didn't even tell no one. Matter of fact, the services, because he was married and his wife handled everything, was a surprise to me. They were like, "Oh, it's tomorrow." Okay. So I go there, dude, Roy, Joe, like the cars kept pulling up. I'm like, how did you guys even know? There had to be 20 of my fellows there, you know what I mean? And I look around and there's just a handful of family, handful of friends, and the rest was just fellowship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, wow, man. Wow, man. Wow.
It's crazy.
Wow, bro. Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing we got here, man.
And it is a powerful thing.
Very powerful.
It is very, very powerful.
It's beautiful.
And I like to share that sometimes with new guys. It's like, dude, just take a minute, take a breath, and look at the gift that you've been given. Like a second chance. And it might not look like that right now, but I'm telling you from experience, it is. It is a beautiful that you're going to come to realize is absolutely life-changing, life-altering, It's hard to see that in the mix of things, but
It is
Super hard to buy into when you're new.
yeah.
going against everything, man. It goes against the grain, bro.
Yeah.
My grain is the opposite of what we do on a daily basis. The opposite, bro. It goes against everything, man. So that was a very moving, amazing experience, strength and hope, man. And I really appreciate you taking the time to come here and share that. And I know there's going to be people that are going to be like, I can relate to that.
Yeah.
I can relate because we're never alone, man. Absolutely. Everything we've gone through, people have gone through it or are going through it. And it's amazing that that's how we help each other out, So, all right, man, we're going to move on to some of the segments that we have. Yeah. So, again, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, share the show with people you know. If you need help, let us know. Merchandise, get in touch with us. We got you. If you need help, let us know. We got guys. And comments and sobriety dates, for sure, do that. So we're going to move on to the next segment, which is Matt's motivational segment. Is that what we call it?
Matt's motivation Matt.
Motivation Matt.
Eminem.
Matt living down by a van on the river.
Someone doing the
Sweet, baby. Sweet.
Old Matt Foley.
Chocolate, baby. Chocolate.
What do you got today, bro?
Living in a van down by a river.
This is a good one. Remember, most of your stress comes from the way you respond, not the way that life is. Adjust your attitude, and all that extra stress is gone.
Attitudes and actions, baby. Attitudes and actions.
How many times something goes on? I just said it a little while ago. I don't have bad days. I've had bad moments.
Sure.
I always think about the story Tim B tells, and it's harsh. But a kid shared, he went back out after he lost a parent. Remember this?
Tim B.
Tim B.
Yeah, Timmy B. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. And I know the story, too.
Oh, yeah.
That was his name? Shitty?
No,
It is now.
It is now. He got that lately.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's a recent transaction.
and a guy that was rough on the kid said, did go back out and bring it back.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
And but it's real. It's real. That's the shit of it. It's real. And the thing about it is that I talked about that earlier was, you know, I take me out of the game. It doesn't matter what goes on in the world. I feed into that, and I let that be the reason. We'll use those now.
I like
that's
that.
my reason.
We don't know what that means. We just like doing
Yeah.
it.
No, but we do.
I don't know what it means. I don't know what it means.
Me neither.
You're working on it. He's working on it.
Yeah.
But anyway, man, you know, it's just, and it's so easy to get caught up in it. But that's where the strength of the network.
Right.
That you can't. Well, I shouldn't say you can't.
They do whatever you
I
want.
would suggest you don't attempt to do this alone.
Yeah.
I mean that's probably the biggest fuck up you could make is to think, you know, I got to handle my shit. And I can remember having that thought process. But I'm the idiot that got me into this shit. So what would make me think that the same idiot is going to get me out of this shit?
What are you trying to do right there? You're trying to fix the mind you got with the mind you got. And how's your mind work so far? You know what I
Not
mean?
great. But, you know, and it's easy to, you know, how do you build a fire? You got to give it air. You know, I'm not puffing up this shit no more. You know, or someone tries to put a battery in your back, and you can't gas me up no more. You could only do what I let you do.
Right.
I used to love to blame. Oh man, you heard what Dino said, man. That's why I did what I did.
Yeah.
No, motherfucker, I did what I wanted to do.
Right.
And I'm using him as my excuse. So, you know, I think that you know, changing the attitude, changing the outlook, it makes a huge difference, man.
It's paramount, bro.
Super.
Pain is in the resistance. You know, it's like the story I was told about. You know, you're in a canoe going with the flow of the river. You know, just go with the flow. Stop trying to paddle against the current, man. Like if shit's going this way, I'm always my whole life I'm trying to fight this way, and I'm eventually going to end up down there anyway. You know, but I'm fighting the shit out of it, and it's relieving to just be like, all right, well, this is the situation. You know, like you said, the pain is in the resistance. All right, let's go. Let's see where this comes out. You know,
My wife's favorite saying that I have is, "Hey, it is what it is. What are we gonna do about it?" Like, right? You know what I mean? That's a pretty simple way.
She watch the show?
She does.
Yeah, Maritza, what the fuck?
she commented.
No.
Not recently.
She didn't comment, but she
watched
gonna
it.
comment now.
Still gonna comment now,
I guess she didn't like the sweatshirt. Whatever.
dude. Matt's a little sexist here, bro. All the chicks getting the sweaties, huh? I ain't got shit, bro.
There's a reason you didn't get one.
Why?
Because
You don't
all the
deserve
two
it.
exes were out of the case. And I didn't have time because I had to get him and we had to get here on time. Yeah, you can massage that all you want.
2X, baby. I can
So,
fit
yeah.
an X.
That's her favorite. That's her
All the
favorite thing.
exes, two exes were out of the case. So
I appreciate that more.
He thought about you.
I literally did think about you, and I said, and
I appreciate that.
Hey, at least
I
at least he
laughed.
thought about it.
He thought about me in a good way.
Then I laughed. I said, fuck him.
Fuck him. Literally.
That's a good one, man. I really like that motivation.
Literally.
I would actually. Can you send it to me? I actually need to send it to somebody like tonight.
$5.
Tonight.
$5 a text. Yeah.
Another guy had court today, and that's why I want that because I want to send it to him.
What's my move?
If I don't do it right now, I'll forget.
He leaves court, and that's it. He didn't get what he wanted when he wanted. You know what? Take it all. I don't care. Tomorrow, I'm going back to prison. I'm like, hey, that's a good idea. You should do that.
Yeah.
Oh, listen.
Great idea.
Great
I
idea.
know I said too much, but I was tattooing a kid a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago, and he is about to be violated, and he's like, fuck it, man. I'm just going to go tomorrow. I'm going to take whatever they give. I said, bro, it's only probation. I said, what do you mean you're going to go give him 18 months? Nothing even happened yet.
Are we talking about the same people?
No, we're definitely not. And he's like, you think I should do that? I said, of course you should do that, you fucking idiot.
It's amazing to watch because you always say, oh my God, I used to fucking think like that, man. Oh my God, dude, you remind me of somebody. I don't know who it is yet.
Your balls are bigger than your brain. I'm going to bring it to the gate.
Yeah.
Where is it? What badge of honor do you get for that?
Yeah, man.
They always talk about they're gonna bring it to the gate. They don't want to bring it to.
They don't know nothing about
Trying to
bringing it
get
to
out.
the gate.
Fuck
Trying to
that
get
gate.
TS.
I don't want to see nothing. I don't want to know nothing about it. The other day, I was taking my wife to the where the fuck? To the dentist or something. Man, we had to pass Cheshire, big Cheshire, right? So there was a dog on the side of the road, and I just happened to pull over because she's got to jump out and say, my wife loves dogs. I do too, man. And it was in the middle of the road. And I pulled over, and I'm like, I don't fucking like this feeling I got right now. I'm like, oh, look where I am. This is where I decided to pull over right here. It's fucking, you know Waterbury at all?
A little bit, not too much. But
Behind the courthouse, right?
I know
Behind
where
the
that's at.
okay. So when you get there with the ice cream truck, you got that bump. It's so bumpy, your head hits the top, and you know you're there. And I always look every time I drive by. I go, I never ever have to feel that bump again. Ever have to feel that bump again, man. That's an amazing thing, man. Oh, we're here. Oh, we're here, man.
it's funny when you do the right thing. I don't always run into that cop that wants to do his job. And I work with the police sometimes on the green, at events, and some of the cops that used to chase me around the way in the streets, they come up to me and give me a hug.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, man.
they're happy. You know, not all of them, but some of them.
Yeah.
Oh, I really wanted to think of your boy that we went to New York with.
Amir.
I would love to get him on here.
Okay.
I don't know if he'd be willing.
Oh no, he'd be willing. He's going at it with them right now. They're kind of like, yeah, no, he'd be more than willing.
We'll talk
So
about that.
yeah, not a problem.
Amir,
He's
coming up.
and another thing is, I went, cleaned up some records of my past. I got arrested when I was 16 in New York, and then I put in for a pardon, and it was holding me up. And then we went, I think it was January. Went in January. They threw the case out, and I reapplied for my pardon. So I should be hearing something about June, July.
The first time we went, he didn't think to call to see if the courthouse was open.
Yeah. So
It was.
we got there in 2 minutes. We left Waterbury.
Shut up. Don't start that
He
shit.
drove.
On the internet.
Hold on.
Don't put
Get
it
on
on.
the internet. Shut the fuck up.
You're on the internet. You're on the interwebs.
You're on the
Always
interwebs.
Try snitching on the motherfucker.
2 minutes.
Stay lit.
Matt wasn't driving.
Magic carpet ride.
The names have been changed to protect the innocent.
Yeah.
AKA Aladdin was driving. He was on the carpet. He magically appeared in 100 Center Street.
Man, that's a good one, man. That was a good one. Did you send it to me? I appreciate that. All right, I gotta send it to somebody. All right, we're gonna move on. This one kills me.
Yeah, it's great. We've been getting some comments on the bad ideas.
So we're gonna move on to Jonathan's bad ideas, bro. What do we got?
The only comments we got were the good idea of the shelf.
The shelf.
These might be a little bit better. These
Okay.
might be a little. So here's my first one: the parking ticket idea. So if you ever are late, you don't have change for a parking meter, just give yourself a ticket before you get out of the car, so that they don't give you a ticket.
You know that doesn't work, bro.
Yeah, that's dumb.
That's been tried.
Oh, okay.
Using old parking tickets.
All right.
They look.
They know what they're doing because that's how they are. That's how
And they don't even do tickets anymore, do you? Just get it in the mail.
Yeah, you get the license. All right, scratch that
they
one.
fucking type your fucking.
All right, here's a
That's
good.
a bad idea.
Here's a bad idea for people that are still drinking out there. Valentine's Day idea: go bar hopping and fake a proposal in each place you go, so that
that's
people
a
buy
good
you
one.
drinks all night
That's a good one.
and you get drunk for free.
Bro, listen, I don't even know if that was a good idea to put that on here. Some of the people that are listening to us going, that's a fucking good idea. bro."
Hey, listen.
That's probably the best idea he's ever fucking said.
That is actually. I wish I thought of that, man. To be honest with you, back in the day.
This is pretty hilarious. If you work in retail, this woman Michaela said, I once worked with someone who told customers, "Sorry, it's my first day," anytime that they messed up for 2 years straight.
That's hilarious.
Funny.
This is a good one too. If police ever get behind you for speeding or whatever, if you're near a cemetery, police got behind me and my next left was a cemetery. I turned in that cemetery and he turned in too. I went to somebody named Jerry's grave and broke down crying. I'm sorry, Jerry, I was in a jam. Little sympathy fucking, little sympathy idea. Yeah, this is good. I used to do this with cigarettes. Whenever I'm at school, carry an empty pack and a full pack of gum. So when people ask me for chewing gum, I show them the empty pack and say, "Sorry, I'm out."
What?
You know, You carry 2 packs. People ask you for some.
Show an empty one.
Yeah,
Keep
they're like,
the
oh,
phone
sorry.
alive.
Or you could just say no. Well,
Yeah.
fuck yourself. Get your own fucking go.
And last one. This is good. I'm going to try this on Ashley. My grandfather told me that when my grandma gets mad at him, he tightens the pickle jar lid so she'll have to talk to him. It's a good way.
This for me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. That Valentine's Day one though.
That's cat.
tricky.
That's gangster
I'm
idea.
mad I
right
didn't
there,
think of
bro.
it.
Yeah, it is.
You always come up with great ideas. Like the brick,
The best ideas ever, bro.
like the brick,
I don't
5
know if
o'clock
I
in the morning.
told that story here.
Yeah, you have.
Did I?
Yeah. Package store? Brick?
The underarm.
No.
No, yeah, behind the back. Yeah, bounced off. Made a loud sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, don't take any of the ideas seriously. Don't do them, please. Especially that Valentine's Day
How
one.
they used to say, don't do this at home.
Don't try this.
Don't try this at
Try this at
home.
home.
Yeah.
That's it.
They are called bad ideas for a reason.
Because they're bad ideas.
They're not good ones.
All right, man. Next segment, man. We're gonna go to watch this. This is the movie of the week. I watched this a couple of months ago, but this is another movie that I will watch. If I see it, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna watch this movie.
What do we got?
Nefarious.
Oh, you put that in my ear. I did like Nefarious.
man. You watch movies? Are you a movie
Yeah, I
watcher?
watched, but I haven't seen this one.
Dude, this movie, the premise is insane. The two brothers on Boondock Saints.
Yeah.
You seen Boondock Saints, right? Nope. Okay, that's homework
Sacrilege.
for you, bro. That's an amazing. That's a classic.
Yeah.
Might as well give me a list of things.
I got him, dude. I got you. I can't remember his name. Sean. You look it up.
Yeah, I'll look it up for
the
you.
main actor. Well, this movie is incredible. First of all, this guy is a demon on death row. Okay, that's how this movie starts off. And there's a psychiatrist who's got to come in and either deem him insane, criminally insane, or he's just acting. And it's going to decide whether he gets the electric chair today or not. All right? And it gets fucking crazy, man. It's an amazing movie. It's a definite must watch.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, tough something wrong with you.
Yeah.
So
Sean,
that's-
Sean,
Have you met him?
Sean,
nah, dude, this movie's
lot wrong
sick.
with it.
You watch it yet?
Oh,
Nefarious.
well, me?
Yeah.
Nefarious? I never even heard of it.
Oh my God.
Look at the that right there.
Yeah, Sean Patrick Flannery.
Sean Patrick Flannery, one of the brothers from
Jordan
Boondock
Belfry.
Saints.
Yeah, good recommendation. And I'm gonna piggyback on your recommendation here.
Don't you fucking dare.
I'm gonna do it. You son of a bitch. I started watching a show on might be Amazon or Netflix, one of the two, but it's The House of David, dude. It's the story of King David and Goliath.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh, I'm into this shit deep, man. I'm seven episodes in, and it's pretty cool, man. Like if you're spiritual or religious type, and it gives you some historical context of some of the things that transpired 1,000 years before, you know, Matt's people killed my people. You know?
Yeah, deep.
This is a weekly basis, bro. That's why they're at different ends of the table.
Yeah, killed his people.
Yeah,
Pick on him a lot.
yeah. Matt's gonna get a cattle prod and just prod me from
All
across
right,
the room.
guys. Again, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, follow, comments, share the show with people you know. If you need help, let
Get
us
down
know.
low on the flow.
On the flow, all that stuff. If you need help, let us know. Merchandise, all that stuff. We're going to move into our next segment, which is our one-time bro. Tonight we have two because we have a guest. One's going to be Paul's and one's going to be Matt's.
Yes.
So
All right.
one of you guys started off. Who's going to go first?
Let the guest go.
You got a one-time bro?
What's the one?
So one time I was doing this and this happened to me. It doesn't have to
It could
be
be a positive one.
It could be
or
a positive
some
one.
shit
Like one
about
time I
that.
was in this house stealing and whatever, something crazy, funny. Short though, nothing majorly long.
Just real quick. It's a funny one. I thought I was a big time drug dealer. I was smoking PCP,
Oh, we already got this
and
established.
I had a half ounce of crack. So in my mind, the feds are watching.
Of course,
And,
obviously.
I was like, oh, they're coming to get me. There's a graveyard that around my neighborhood. I run all the way to the back of the graveyard, 2 o'clock in the morning. I bury my crack in the back of the graveyard.
Oh,
And I go to the front and I sit on my mom's porch and I go, what if somebody saw me buried? I go back in the graveyard 3 o'clock in the morning. Now I'm running around all night long in a fucking unregistered car, everything. I'm fucking paranoid like a motherfucker, thinking the feds are gonna kick him.
Did you ever make a sale?
No sale. I was scared. They were watching me.
Yeah, nobody's getting it
You know,
tonight.
nobody's no.
And you don't even you were behaving like a crackhead.
Oh, absolutely.
PCP, baby.
Absolutely. And you know what was?
Oh, I didn't realize you were dusted.
Oh, I was dusting like
I
a
knew
motherfucker.
that.
And so what's funny is where I buried it. Right when I went back, you know, you couldn't find it.
Never,
away, right?
never.
So I'm digging all around it. So I'm saying,
Fucking grave robber.
Motherfuckers robbed me already.
Yeah.
And then I finally got it, and I'm riding around, I'm looking in. I'm in an unregistered vehicle, no license, no registration, no insurance, and I keep looking in the rear view like the feds are behind me. So that went on for a few hours until I sobered up. But that's a tale from a,
Oh man,
That's a shitty night.
that is a shitty night. And we paid good money for that too.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we paid good money. To feel
Some of
like
these
that.
stories, I'm like, damn, we paid a lot of money to fucking go crazy like that. It's fucking, that's crazy. That's a good one, man. What do you got, Matt?
I think I'm gonna give a good one tonight.
Uh-oh.
So, you know the hill, my neighborhood. Everybody on that hill is fucked up. Everybody, and needless to say, I excelled in that area. And there was this one day, I'm just walking around. There's no car, there's no money. There's just I got nothing to do. But I'm fucked up. And I run into my boy John E. I doubt he'll ever see this, but he would definitely know who I am. And I said, man, John, I don't know what to do. Now, we were both fucked up back in the day together, up on the hill. He said, here, man, take my number. He sober a couple of years, he was doing his thing. He said, take my number, man. You need to ride to a meeting? I'll give you a call. I was like, yeah, all right, whatever. Put it in my pocket. That's the last I ever thought of that number. Of course, I make a move, I come up, I'm getting high. The end of the night, I'm doing my thing on the floor, crawling around, and I see something in the corner of the room, in the kitchen. I'm like, what the fuck is that? I go in that. Now, this is months later from the night that I got the number, and opened up, and it was his number. I thought for sure I threw that paper out. I would have bet that I threw that paper out. And there was his number. And I was desperate enough at the moment, and I called him. And I made it to stay sober for a little while. Like, I really did, I did a fake 3 years. Every 11th month I got high.
It's like a gift.
Yeah. I said, I'm not giving up all that time.
Every 11 months.
I gotta give
Celebration.
Yeah, I gotta give up Quinn. But you know, the thing about it is, the reason that I tell that story is because I know that a lot of people, man, they think that there's no hope. And sometimes you gotta look outside yourself, you know, and to realize that there's a bigger picture here. There's a lot of things that are going on that when I got my blinders on, or I'm feeling real down about myself and I don't deserve this and I'm a piece of shit, and that's all true. I didn't deserve it and I was a piece of shit. But whatever you're into, you want to just label it a higher power. You want to call him God. You want to call him Jesus. I don't care what you call him. But to have a belief and to know that there is something much bigger going on than me. And it took a while to buy into that. But how do I justify finding a paper with this kid's name on it that should have been in the garbage
It's not on.
a month ago?
It's not on, buddy.
Right. So, you know, never give up hope. I guess if there's anything that I got to say, that's it. You don't give up hope on the sake, man. I don't care how many times you have fucked up. I don't care how many people you have disappointed. I promise you this. Almost, not all, but almost every relationship that you burned to the ground will somehow come back into your life if you made to turn it around. Give yourself a break.
Where there's breath, there's hope, man.
That's it.
That's it, man.
Yep.
That was a good one, man. That was a good one too, man. Jeez. Burying stuff. That's my next one. That's why I wrote it down. I was
Yeah, I
like,
saw
oh
you
man,
taking
that's right.
notes,
Remember, I did that shit one time. All right, those are good ones, man. Guys, it was a good show, man. Paul, again, thank you for taking the time, man, coming from New Haven and sharing your experience, strength, and hope, man. I know people are going to get something out of that. And good motivation. Thanks for sending it to me. Horrible ideas for sure. Check out Nefarious.
Horrible, one great one.
Yeah, one pretty good one, but that's not for us, man. That's not for us. Again, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, follow, all that stuff. If you need help, let us know. Merchandise,
And keep
sobriety
those
dates.
comments, man.
Keep
Keep them
those comments
dates.
going. Keep them going, guys. Share the show. Share the show with people you know. We're trying to grow.
Oh, this guy's
And I
fucking
think
on
all I have
fire.
left to say is thank you for being a friend.
Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a